Greetings, royal family. Thanks for clicking on the video and welcome back to the channel. It is Wednesday, October 7th, and yes, the year is still 2020. So I won't be before you long. Just got some shenanigans, some foolishness, some ratchetness, ratchet TV-esque type topics to cover. So please, as you're coming in, hit the like button. It costs you nothing, but that is your admission fee. I greatly appreciate it. And drop your comments. Let's just have a nice, fun discussion in the comments section, okay? Thanks in advance, everybody. All right, so everybody should know by now that they are still trying to convince us that Cheeto 45 has issues. I'll put it that way. He definitely does have issues, but not necessarily the ones that they're trying to make us believe. Anyway, well, he got more problems now on his hands, it seems. You know, he got a little ex-girlfriend, and he got a little wife on the side. And the girls are fighting, ladies and gentlemen. Stormy Daniels and Melania Trump accuse each other of being a hooker. This made its way to the Daily News, okay? First of all, America is so ghetto. And this is just like ratchet television. I love every minute of it. So there's Melania Trump and Stormy Daniels. So here's what happens. There was tapes were released by Melania's former friend, Stephanie Winston Wolkoff, on Monday. And the tapes recorded Melania calling Stormy Daniels, her real name is Stephanie Clifford. She called her a porn hooker. I can't even get it out. Oh my God, I don't want this video to be demonetized. So I'm going to be switching up the words. Y'all know how I do. Now, Melania called Stormy this after learning that the adult performer was being photographed for Vogue magazine. This is back in 2018. So on tape, allegedly, Melania is heard saying Annie Leibovitz shot the porn hooker as she will be in one of the issues September or October. Now, this is what she is saying on this recording, and she had a private conversation with her one-time aide. So Daniels, Stormy that is, alleged in 2018 that she'd been paid to stay quiet about an affair that she had with Cheeto 45 after Melania gave birth to their son in 2006. She addressed the First Lady's remark on Twitter Tuesday by implying it's Melania who prostitutes herself by sleeping with the reality TV star turned into Politico. Hold on to your good wigs for this one, right? So this is her tweet. She put, ha, 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 ha. This is Stormy's tweet responding to what Melania called her. Although I wasn't paid for sex and therefore technically not a hooker, I'll take being that over what you are any day. This is what Stormy tweeted. She goes on, you sold your and your soul and I'm legal. Keep talking about me. Yikes. OMG, the girls are fighting. So Stormy, she also mocked steamy photos taken of Melania during her modeling days and signed off #BeBest, which is the First Lady's initiative to improve the lives of children. Ooh, Stormy hitting below the belt. Stormy said, I ain't new to this. I'm true to this. So Winston Wolkoff played the recording on a podcast hosted by Michael Cohen, who was the president's longtime lawyer before being sent to the slammer. He and his former boss subsequently had a nasty falling out. Cohen confessed to paying Stormy on Cheeto 45's behalf, so try to pay her to be quiet. Cheeto 45 has denied his alleged affair with Stormy. Now, the First Lady and the President said that they tested positive for the Rona recently, right? This was last week. And they've been married since 2005. This is all over a Vogue cover because Melania was hating because Stormy was about to get that Vogue shoot. Now, Melania has not graced the covers of Vogue since becoming the first lady, though former First Lady Michelle Obama, she appeared on the fashion magazine 3 times while her husband was in the White House. Melania did appear in Anna Wintour's glossy publication in her wedding dress when she became Mrs. Cheeto 45 15 years ago. So why you hating, Melania? And another thing, see, all these people secretly recording these conversations and then using them later on to air people out. That is a mess and that's shady. But let me tell you something. Miss Stormy says she had time today. Okay. And she also said that Melania was selling Kit Kat. This is so messy. I'm telling you, these people in the White House, they are ghetto. Ghetto has no color, honey. The United States is ghetto. So who you think won? Stormy basically made it clear, like, don't come for me unless I send for you. That clapback was serious. So if you follow her on Twitter, you will see the tweet in its entirety, and you will also see the responses because they are hilarious. All right. Speaking of hilarious, Wendy Williams, this is according to the insider.com. Now, Wendy Williams, oh, Lord. We gotta pray for Wendy. We gotta continue to pray for Wendy because I was confused. I'm sure other people were confused as well on her show recently. So she mispronounced the word Rona, you know the word, right? During an episode of her talk show. This was on Tuesday, and some fans were beyond confused. I was confused at first, and then I said, Wendy, girl, what is it today? What is it today? A little cognac in your coffee cup with a cough drop? What is it today? So during the segment, which quickly began to circulate on Twitter, Williams discussed Cheeto 45's recent Rona diagnosis, as well as his tweet in which he urges followers, quote, don't be afraid of COVID. Williams read his tweet aloud, but instead of saying COVID or even Corona, she instead said what sounded like Cornova. Lord. So Wendy says, and I quote, we are out here in the field. We are frightened of Cornova. Lord, Wendy. Now, I would play this clip. It's only 27 seconds. But the last time that I played a Wendy Williams clip, Debmar Mercury came for my video, and I had to snip out that segment. So I ain't fooling with them. This is all over Twitter, so you can hear her. But she seemed a little bit loop-de-loop. No? Seemed a little loop-de-loop. Cornova? And yeah, you know, sometimes people mispronounce words because maybe their head is all over the place or they're nervous. But I don't see Wendy Williams as the type being nervous. She's been sitting in that purple chair for years. So what was really going on? So if you guys saw it during her Hot Topics segment, it was quite sad. Even her audience was like, yikes. You can hear Suzanne in the background like, you know, trying to be engaged. But Wendy looked spaced out. When is this going to end? Wendy, I understand, sis. You know what? No, let me not call her sis. She's a woman of a particular age. I understand, auntie, that you don't want to give up this show. I get it. This is your life. This is your bread and butter. But this is your life. This keeps you occupied. But when is it going to end, girl? Are you want us to see you going out bad? This is unacceptable for daytime television. I'm sorry. You know, if this was radio, you know, Wendy, if you know what Wendy used to give on the radio. We couldn't see her, but we heard her, and we know what she was doing behind that microphone and in the bathroom. But anyway, not judging. What is going on? Maybe she took allergy medicine. No, and she was drowsy. I don't know, Wendy. You just really are you riding this thing until the wheels and the carburetor and the engine fall out and off. I don't know, Wendy. You better tighten it up because I don't know how much more patient the network is going to be with you. Yes, you are under contract, but you know how these TV companies are. They can terminate your contract with the quickness and not even miss a beat. But I don't know. Some days Wendy's on, some days she's off, some days she's left, some days she's right. Tighten it up, Wendy. Tighten it up. Tell me what you think. Did you see the show? I know a lot of you, when I talk about Wendy, a lot of you put in the comments, some of you have put in the comments that you don't even watch Wendy anymore. I think I do it out of obligation, and a part of me wants to see what is she going to do next to shock us. And also, I would like to mention another thing that this article actually brought up. For those of you who were upset about the fact that Nene said something about her legs, draining her legs, let's not forget the old saying, if you can dish it, you should be able to take it. Wendy has made fun of Joaquin Phoenix. He has a cleft palate. Wendy was laughing when she was, I think it was last season, she was laughing at the fact that he had a cleft palate. She was making fun of people with cleft palates, so much so that Cher, yes, the singer Cher, got on Wendy's behind on Twitter and called her out. Wendy publicly apologized, and she also made a donation to the Cleft Palate Society. She also has made fun of numerous people who went on home to the other side, put it that way. So I know a lot of people were up in arms like Nene took it too far. Too far? Do you guys know who Wendy Williams is? Not TV Wendy. Too far? I don't know. I just had to get that out. Tell me what you think. All right, let's move this train along. This is according to TMZ.com. Attorney General Daniel Cameron, he responds to Megan Thee Stallion. So Megan Thee Stallion, took a dig at Kentucky Attorney General Daniel Cameron, calling him a sellout, polite N-word. GRO, okay? He said that basically this is not going to draw him into a war of words because he says his philosophy is sticks and stones. So Attorney General Cameron went on Fox and Friends Tuesday to respond to Megan Thee Stallion's SNL performance. And he said the disparaging remarks she made about him are the same ones he's faced since college. He says it's nothing new, especially for a black Republican. Now, in case you missed it, Megan, she called Daniel. She said that Daniel Cameron was no different than people who used to sell people back in the day. You follow me? The article's right here. If you can read it, read it. Trust me, I'm in enough trouble on here. Gotta watch what I say. And I don't even be doing nothing. Anyway, so Meg was on the season, 46 or 48 premiere of SNL. She was the musical guest. Chris Rock was the host. And Megan, she performed 2 songs, and she was also in one of the skits, which is cute. I did see that. I wanted to do a separate video about her performance, and I gotta call her out because I really was not feeling that performance. So during her performance when she did Savage, she stopped the music, stopped her performance, and she put up her, her fist up in the air, and Protect Black Women was in the background on the screen. And she said, Daniel Cameron is no different than the people who used to yada yada. All while playing a snippet of one of Malcolm X's speeches. When I tell you I immediately got ticked off, just real quick, because see, here's the thing. I want to do this in a separate video. I just didn't like it. Granted, yes, the message is correct. Black women need to be protected. And she also said, we need to protect black women. We need to protect our black men. I agree. But you playing that snippet of that Malcolm X speech, I don't want to say she played it out of context, but gosh. The message that you're sending, Meg, man. Do you know who watches SNL? Like, I have to be the only one of my black friends that watches SNL still to this day. If you know, then you know why I like SNL. And that's NBC, like the network, right? So when you say protect black women, who are you talking to? Right? Like, this is why sometimes, man, people need to cut the BS. And I do want to do a separate video, but I don't want to touch on it because then I'm going to have to touch on what has been happening in the media with Meg Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez, and it's an unpopular opinion. And I just don't even want to go there. And I'm going to follow my gut instinct. I'm going to follow the Holy Spirit. But Meg, yeah, no. I see what you're trying to do, Meg. You know, some people may not. Some people said it was a powerful performance. Okay, that's fine. That's just your opinion. It was powerful, but I don't know if it was positively powerful. It was a very strong message. You know, I'm sick of the black and white patterns. You know, I'm sick of that. The mind bleep, you know, the conditioning, the hypnosis, the subconscious playing with that's what those patterns are for. Anyway, she also performed her other song, her new song, Don't Stop, with Young Thug. He came out on stage. How are you playing a speech by Malcolm X? And you're popping your cookie jar and you're uncovered and you, granted, it's part of your performance, but do you know about Malcolm X? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, do you understand his views as it pertains to the black man and the black women? Not just playing that snippet. Very misleading, in my opinion, and I'm sticking with it because I listened to that speech in its entirety, and I would encourage anybody who's interested, listen to the speech in its entirety, not just that one snippet, because things can be taken out of context. I'm just saying. Well, Daniel Cameron, he says it is what it is. You know, he did his job, and he is not fazed by Meg Thee Stallion's, you know, throwing shade at him. But Meg, who are you talking to when people say we need to protect black women? Can you specify who it is, the audience that you're talking to? Because just saying it to say it, I mean, you could do whatever you want to do, but who are you talking to? I find it interesting that you didn't mention the individuals who are responsible for the situation that Daniel Cameron is being chewed out for. Y'all follow me? Gotta watch what I say for now. Anyway, why don't you address, like, why weren't their names on the screen? I don't know. Y'all let me know what you think. Moving along. Some light and refreshing news. This is according to page6.com. This is an exclusive. Cynthia Bailey dishes on wedding, Rona protocols, and Nene's invite. Of course, there can never be a housewife in the news and Nene not be mentioned, brought up. Nene, you should really trademark your name or something, girl. You should own your name so that anytime it's used or mentioned, they got to pay you. Anyway, Real Housewives of Atlanta star Cynthia Bailey and Fox sportscaster Mike Hill are about to say I do. And their luxury wedding will have Rona safety rules so strict that security will boot anyone not playing ball. Well, that's good. That's good to hear. Now, instead of focusing on the accessories in my hair or what kind of food we're going to have, Mike and I have been putting most of our wedding energy into Rona protocols. This is what Bailey told Page 6. She said, and we ain't playing around. Now, as the soon-to-be bride and groom, you know, they have a firm plan in place. I'm sorry, I'm distracted by my phone. So yeah, they're getting married. They're going to be celebrating their wedding on October 10th. And they're going to be providing their guests with face masks and shields. Security awaits anyone who believes they're above wearing the protective gear. So if anyone, Cynthia says, if anyone doesn't adhere to the rules, then they're just going to be asked to leave. We're taking this seriously. We want to protect ourselves and our guests. Now, the chosen venue is the Governor's Town Club in Ackworth, Georgia. This will provide socially distanced seating that is both indoors and outdoors. I can't wait to see the pictures of the venue, because this looks like this is a picture of the Governor's Town Club. I want to see what the inside looks like. So Cynthia says, we have so many rules and regulations in play. I'm surprised anyone is coming. We have sanitizing stations. We have an actual basin to wash your hands in before you enter the venue. We have temperature checks, and the way the venue is set up, you can be indoors or outdoors the entire time if you want to. So she continued, we set up the food stations, taking all of this into consideration, and you don't have to sit at a table with people you don't know. Is that shade toward Kenya? She said you can kind of move around. It's a huge space, so you can be as far away from people as you want while still feeling connected to the ceremony. So it would have to be massive to spaciously accommodate her confirmed 250 guests. Now, how is she allowed to have 250 guests at a wedding? Did they update the restrictions in Georgia? Doesn't that exceed the maximum capacity? Or is it because the venue is so big? Maybe that's what it is. So this is the head count. 250 guests is the head count that she estimated pre-pandemic. So, while she assumed, travel complications would result in a fewer confirmations, it seems even a pandemic can't stop the show. So this is the juicy part, expected to see Bailey's Real Housewife of Atlanta's co-stars, expect to see them there. So basically they're in her wedding. This is so interesting. So Kenya, you see the picture there. Can y'all see that? Kenya, Candy, and former castmate Eva. They're going to be her bridesmaids. This is so interesting. So what about her sister? Her sister's not her bridesmaid? Maybe she's her maid of honor or matron of honor, whichever one. Is she married? Anyway, after slowly falling out over the last 2 seasons, here we go, y'all. Former bestie and co-star Nene Leakes was still sent an invitation. This is what Cynthia says. She confirmed, of course, because I'm pretty sure she was asked, right? So while Leakes, who announced her departure from Housewives last month, has yet to RSVP, the bride-to-be is still willing to welcome her. She's willing to welcome her to witness her big day. So Cynthia says, honestly, with everything going on, as far as her leaving the show, I wasn't sure how comfortable she'd be attending the wedding, knowing she has issues with Bravo. You just never know what someone is going through, but she's still more than welcome to come. More than welcome to come. Not I want her to come. More than welcome to come. Not that Cynthia has to have Nene at her wedding. She can have whoever she wants at the wedding. Anyway, so Cynthia continues, regardless of where Nene and I are in our relationship, she was good for the show. I'm always going to give her her props for that. You can't take away all that she's done for the Atlanta franchise. Now, as far as fiance Mike Hill, Bailey says she definitely feels differently than she did in the days leading up to her first marriage to restaurateur and my fellow Jamaican, Peter Thomas. This was back in 2010 when they got married. So Cynthia says, I feel just as excited and optimistic as I did heading to my first marriage. Leading up to my first marriage. What's different is that I'm different. I'm older. I'm 53 years old. I'm wiser. The only way to learn how to be a wife is to be one. Okay, that's a good point. And that was my first experience. I now know what I want and what I don't want in a relationship, in a marriage. For years, I said very publicly that I'd never get married again, but God had other plans. I met Mike Hill. Oh, that's so nice. And I wish you luck on your day. I hope everything works out, and I hope everyone is safe and everyone enjoys themselves. All right, let's get back to this. So Kenya, Eva, and Candy are your bridesmaids. So I guess we will see. Well, if you're going to watch season 13, this will be a part of the show. And I don't think that Cynthia wanted to invite Nene. However, I think that she was smart to invite her, especially Cynthia's still going to be on the show. It's good footage. It's a good, part of the story because leading up to her wedding, I'm willing to guess. Are you going to invite Nene, Cynthia? Cynthia, have you talked to Nene? That's going to be the build up in the show. Yeah, I haven't talked to her. I'm on the fence. I don't know if I'm going to invite her. I don't know. Or she may even say, no, I'm not going to invite her. And then break down and say, you know what? I decided to invite her. So it's going to be, is Nene coming? Is Nene going to come? I could be totally wrong. But Bravo pretty much recycles the same type of drama with just different players basically in motion. So what else does Cynthia really have going on besides her wedding? It's great coverage. It's keeping you on the show. And it's keeping a check in your pocket. I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it at all. And then we're probably going to see Kenya trying to sabotage Cynthia's wedding, trying to act like she's the head bridemaid in charge. Kenya's probably going to be a bridezilla, even though Cynthia's the bride. I'm just picturing this. I could be wrong. I definitely could be wrong. I don't know if I'm going to be watching, but I can't wait to see the photos. And we probably won't see that until after the show premieres, right? Yeah, they're probably going to keep that on the lock and key. But I do want to see the inside of that venue. Maybe I should just Google the venue so I can see what it looks like. Tell me what you think. I am happy for Cynthia. She looks happy. Mike seems like a great guy. They seem like they get along. I guess, we'll find out, those who are waiting to see how everything pans out. But yes, so we can look forward to this being a part of her storyline, basically. Kenya, Eva, and Candy are her bridesmaids, huh? Very, very, very interesting. All right, Royal Family, that's pretty much it. I don't think I have any more. Do I have anything else? Nope, that's it. That's all I got. Ain't got no more. My God, it is. It's late where I'm at. So hopefully you guys will enjoy your day. I'll be back with a few more videos. I got a couple of videos to upload. I'm trying to remain consistent, y'all. Just make sure you guys have the notification bell on. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. If you'd like to join the Royal Family, come over here and, just have a little bit of fun. Nothing too drastic. I'm going to think about doing that Meg Thee Stallion video. I got to figure out how I'm going to do it. But drop your comments and let me know. Please keep all comments respectful. Let me know what you think about the topics that we discussed today. Did you see Meg Thee Stallion's performance on SNL? What do you think about Daniel Cameron saying, sticks and stones may break my bones, but I did my job. It is what it is. I'm not worried about Meg Thee Stallion. What do you think about Trump's girlfriend and his wife on the side going Stormy won this round, okay? Stormy won this round. And don't forget, guys, if you are interested, the vice presidential debate takes place tonight. Check your local listings. I'm on the East Coast, so it will be 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for me, right? Like I said, check your local listings. I'm tuning in because I want to see what Kamala and Pence are going to give. I know it's been said that Pence is a great debater. We'll see. My money's on Hot Sauce Harris. All right, Royal Family, I am signing off. I will see you soon. Thanks for listening. And until next time, peace.